White wings, black smoke, heaven cracks. When you choke, you call it holy. I smell sulfur. You descend in a halo of light, but the air tastes wrong tonight. Perfume sweet with a burning trace, ash and fire behind your grace. Fought skin, cathedral eyes, but something ancient never dies. You speak in hymns, you speak in flame, every prayer sounds like my name. I feel the pressure in my lungs, a sacred lie on silver tongues. Feathers fall like fallen stars, heaven's closed but hell's not far. You say fear not with velvet tone. Why does my soul feel overthrown? Angel with the smell of sulfur, holy lips but heart of murder. Golden light but shadows burn, every blessing makes me turn. Spread your wings across the sky, kiss the earth and let it die. You're divine but I can tell heaven smells too much like hell. Too much like hell. You touch my head, you bless my fear, whisper truths I shouldn't hear. Salvation wrapped in gasoline, you shine too bright, too sharp, too clean. Your halo flickers, thin disguise, fire reflected in your eyes. You call it love, you call it grace, but brimstone lingers in your trace. I try to kneel, I try to pray, but something darker makes me stay. Feathers burn before they land, mercy slips from your hand. If this is light, then why does it scar? If this is heaven, what are you? Angel with the smell of sulfur, sacred voice that pulls me under, pure as sin and bright as flame. Save my soul and take my name. Break the sky and split it wide, let your paradise collide. You're divine but I can tell heaven smells too much like hell. Too much like hell. White wings, black smoke, halo cracks, throat choked. You said believe, you said obey. Now watch the light decay. Angel with the is left. No heaven answers. The sky is empty, but something still watches. I feel your city shaking in their sleep. Concrete kingdoms buried deep. Golden crowns rusted through. You built your throne on something untrue. Screens go bright like false suns rise. You trade your souls for alibis. You call it freedom, you call it grace, but I see decay in every face. You forgot my name, you burned my shrine. Now you kneel to gods of steel and wire. You broke the oath, you crossed the line. Now feel the weight of the divine. I am the forgotten god. I watched you fall, I watched it all. From ash to dust, from trust to rot. You prayed for light, but I am not. Raise your towers, build them high. They still collapse beneath my eye. I am the silence in the sky. Blood on borders, faith for sale. Prophets choking on their tails. You worship mirrors, you worship lies. You crucify what you despise. I held my thunder, I stayed my hand. I let you rule this dying land. You said I was gone, you said I was dead, but I live in the fear inside your head. You feel it rising, cold and vast. The final future, the ancient past. I am the forgotten god. I watched you fall, I judged it all. Your empires crack, your oceans burn. You never ask what I might learn. Raise your armies, raise your cries. You can't escape my silent eyes. No mercy, no savior, no second son. You wanted freedom, you chose none. I am the forgotten god, above your wars, above your fraud. You built your world on pride and flame. Now choke upon your own domain. No prayer is left, no one to call. I watched you rise, I watched you fall. If I could fracture time, I would undo the night. Look at what we became, ruins in each other's name. Every dream we try to save turned to flame. We were almost live. We were almost live. Now the echo remains of what we became.
Your voice still lies under my skin, a ghost of mercy. I can't give in.
I walk through cities we never knew. Every reflection still shaped like you. If I could bleed the past, I'd let the future die. Look at what we became. Scars without a face. Every hope we tried to erase disappeared. We were almost home. We were almost home. Now the silence remains of what we became. Say my name across the void. If there's a world we never destroyed, if there's a path we didn't burn, I would still choose your return.
Look at what we became.
Ash inside the flame.
Every love we couldn't say
Still remains.
we were almost live. We were almost live.
Now forever we stay what we became. Ash falls between us, but I still know. You carved my name into your blame, branded black before I spoke. Every prayer you threw like chains, every word a tiding road. I wore the mask you forced on me. script I have to play. A stranger staring through my eyes. A life rehearsed, a perfect lie. The room is full of silent roles, everyone performing souls. We smile like actors on a stage, trapped inside a golden cage. I hear applause from somewhere far, but I don't know who we are. Every word feels memorized, every dream feels compromised. 1,000 mirrors in the night, none of them reflect my life. I'm living someone else's life tonight, wearing someone else's face. Every step feels out of place. I'm living someone else's night, like a costume I can't remove, like a ghost inside the light. Every breath feels borrowed too. I'm living someone else's life tonight. Masks are stitched into our skin, smiles painted thin as sin. We move through rooms like drifting smoke, pretending every word we spoke. Every mirror lies again, every reflection feels pretend. We chase a life that looks like ours, but never feels like where we are. 1,000 paths, 1,000 lies, none of them feel like mine. Every role we learn to play pushes who we are away. Every truth we try to hide echoes louder deep inside. I'm living someone else's life tonight, walking someone else's line. Every heartbeat out of time. I'm living someone else's night, like a costume stitched too tight, like a shadow in the light. Every moment passing by, I'm living someone else's life tonight. Masks on faces, empty eyes. Mirrors showing perfect lies. Every buzz, another roll. Every step away from home. I'm living someone else's life tonight, dancing in a borrowed light. Every dream just out of sight. I'm living someone else's night, and somewhere deep inside I know the truth I try to hide from sight. I've been living someone else's life my whole concrete towers, hollow bones, neon halos over tombs. People drifting through the night like silent echoes in a room. Every smile feels rehearsed, every heartbeat sounds delayed. We move like shadows through the streets of this slow decaying place.
whisper softly, pulls me deeper for a while. Your fingers trace the fault lines of a heart already bruised. I should run from what you are, but I always choose to lose. Every warning fades away when your shadow calls my name. You're beautiful when you break me, like glass under your feet. Every scar you leave inside me feels too sweet to defeat. Oh, you're beautiful when you break me, a poison I can't flee. If loving you is my ending, then let it bury me. Let it bury me. Heaven hides inside your chaos. Hell is sleeping in your eyes. Every kiss a quiet promise. Every promise just a lie. You hold my soul like a weapon, soft enough to make me stay. I can feel the fall beneath me, but I lean into the pain. Every warning fades away when your shadow calls my name. You're beautiful when you break me, like glass under your feet. Every scar you leave inside me feels too sweet to defeat. You're beautiful when you break me, a poison I can't flee. If loving you is my ending, then let it bury me. Maybe I was born for ruin. Maybe I was made to drown. If your fire burns the world down, I will gladly go down. Hold me closer to the darkness. Let the light just disappear. If destruction is your language, then I want to hear it clear. You're beautiful when you break me, like glass under your feet. Every scar you leave inside me feels too sweet to defeat. You're beautiful when you break me, the last thing that I see. If loving you is my ending, then let it bury me.
No banners, no choir, no kingdom left to claim. Just a throne in the dark, and my name. Stone walls echo when I breathe. Dust on the throne beneath the wreath. broken blade in a frozen hand, no loyal guard in this dying land. I wore the crown that never fit, a throne of fire, a throne of grit. They called it glory, called it fate, but every king learns far too late. A silent chord, a silent sky, a thousand ghosts that pass me by. No banners rise, no war drums pound, just shadows kneeling on the ground. I hear rebellion in my veins, a crown of silence forged in pain. I am the king without a crown, the last one standing when it all burned down. No throne, no sword, no sacred vow, just the weight of the world on me now. No army left to hear my call, only a shadow on the wall. But I will rise above the ground, a king forever without a crown. Without a crown. I carved my name into the night, let every war survive the fight. But victory tastes like rust and rain when every triumph carries pain. The throne stands empty, cold as stone, a ruler cursed to rule alone. The world obeys no king at all, only the echo of the fall. No crown to break, no crown to steal, just iron will that will not kneel. A lonely fire, an endless night, a rebel born to lead the fight. I am the king without a crown, the voice of thunder when home drowned. No throne, no blade, no royal sign, just a storm that lives inside. No army marches at my side, only the shadow I can hide. But I will rise above the ground, a king forever without a crown. Empty throne, broken steel, no kingdom, only will, no crown, no chain. I rule the storm inside my veins. I am the king without a crown, the last rebellion in this town. No throne remains for me to claim, only the fire inside my name. No army, no divine renown, just a king who won't bow down. A crownless king, unbound. I try to hold the light we made, but every moment slips away. Photographs begin to pale before we see them to fade. Your voice still echoes in the room, like something lost inside my mind. We thought forever meant we'd stay, but time had other plans in mind. Every promise turns to dust, every heartbeat draws the line. Everything we try to keep quietly runs out of time. Time is the cruelest killer, cold as a winter night. No blood, no blame, no one inside. Time kills slower than a knife. It steals the color from our days, turns every spark to fading light. And long before we realize, time kills slower than a knife. I see our shadows on the wall, two fading ghosts of who we were. Your laughter lingers in the dark, like distant thunder barely heard. We built our lives on fragile frames, believing nothing could erase. But years like silent falling snow cover every trace. Every memory turns to gray, every fire turns to ice. Everything we try to save slowly fades before our eyes. Time is the cruelest killer, silent and precise. No scar to show, no final blow. Time kills slower than a knife. It steals the warmth from every touch, turns every day to endless night. And long before we realize, time kills slower than a knife. Sand through my hands, nothing remains. A watch without hands, still calling my name. We try to stay, we try to fight, but time kills slower than a knife. Time is the cruelest killer, patient and precise. No scream, no war, no flashing blade. Time kills slower than a knife. It steals the fire from our lives, turns burning days to frozen nights. And long before we realize, time kills slower than a knife. A million suns ignite and fade before our fragile bones turn gray. Galaxies drift like silent ghosts while we pretend our lives will stay. We draw our names across the sky, on dust that time will soon erase. dissolves in dark. Every fire that we ignite fades into the endless night. We are sparks in endless night, flashes of a dying light, burning bright and out of sight. We are sparks in endless night, just a moment in the dark, just a fleeting cosmic spark. Come before we understand. We are sparks in endless night. We are sparks in endless night. The call of space surrounds it all. A silent sea without a shore. Empires rise and empires fall. The stars remember nothing more. Our footprints fade in cosmic sand. Our voices drift beyond the void. Everything we try to hold becomes a ghost we can't avoid. We reach for meaning. We search for signs. But the universe never replies. Every heartbeat, every breath moves a step closer to death. Every life we try to save becomes a ripple in a wave. We are sparks in endless night, flashes of a fading light, burning bright and out of sight. We are sparks in endless night, just a moment in the dark, just a drifting cosmic spark, lost before we realize. We are sparks in endless night. We are sparks in endless night. Stardust, cold void, every voice destroyed. Traces vanish, light grows thin. The universe erases everything. We are sparks in endless night, flashes in eternal night, burning bright then out of sight. We are sparks in endless night. A fleeting glow we cannot keep, a fading echo in the deep, and long before we understand. We are sparks in endless night. We are sparks in endless night. I walk the streets we used to know, but nothing feels the same somehow. The colors faded long ago, and silence fills the spaces now. I hear the laughter in the wind, echoes drifting through the trees. But every memory I touch slips away like falling leaves. Time carried everything away, every light, every place, every moment we believed would never fade. was full of light, now only lives in memory's time. We thought the world would always stay exactly as it felt back then, but years erase the brightest days and never bring them back again. Every photograph grows pale, every story turns to dust. All the moments that we loved slowly fade in front of us. Maybe happiness was just a dream, a fragile glow we couldn't keep, like sunlight dying in the trees. Maybe happiness was just a dream, a distant voice inside the rain, a ghost of everything we knew, and every road that leads to you feels like waking from a dream. Faded summer, empty sky. The past is somewhere I can't find. A house that stood inside my mind, gone with time. Maybe happiness was just a dream, a fleeting light we couldn't keep, like echoes drifting through the trees. Maybe happiness was just a dream, a distant voice inside the rain, a ghost of everything we knew, and every road that leads to you feels like waking from a dry mouth, broken words in my throat. Every promise you wrote, just smoke. Paper cuts from the truth you send, lines that bend, pretend to send. And I read your silence like a crime scene, every lie polished clean. You burn the bridge, you turn away, and I'm the one who stays. Ash on the skin of my open palms, trying to break through the damage done. You pull me under again and again, I swear this time is the end. But mercy lives in my veins, like a wound that never drains. I'll forgive you tomorrow, just not tonight. Tonight the scars are burning bright. You break my bones, you break my trust, you turn my faith into rust. I swear this pain I will outgrow, but not tonight. Tomorrow. Your shadow lingers in the room, perfume mixed with quiet doom. You ghost inside the words you wrote, another knife across my throat. I try to hard and try to learn, but every time the pages burn, you tear the wound I try to close, and mercy is the path I chose. Ashes fall from shaking hands, another ending no one planned. I say your name through grinding teeth, like a prayer I don't believe. Every scar says let you go, but my weakness whispers no. I'll forgive you tomorrow, just not how it goes.